We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this Friday injury report edition of Believers Talk, where we're going to let you know the most recent injuries when it comes to the Buffalo Bills, who's already been listed as out for the game this Sunday, who's questionable. We got a few questionable pieces in there, and also who's going to be out for the Rams this Sunday as the Buffalo Bills play the Los Angeles Rams. Thank you guys for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button for continual Buffalo Bills content. Hey, Apex, glad to see you in the comment section. And make sure to join us this Sunday as we give live play-by-play and reaction to the game between the Buffalo Bills and the LA Rams. Tap Frager, OG2K, Matt Cap, Go Bills. Hey, Buffalo Mafia News, glad to see you all in here. Regular cast of characters. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And again, join me this Sunday for a live play-by-play and reaction. Miguel, good to see you in here. So let's talk about Amy. Always glad to see you part of these streams. So let's talk about this injury report. And guys, this injury report is not nearly as scary as we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the week. Man, Wednesday you looked at that injury report. I'm good, Amy. How you doing? You looked at that injury report and you got a little concerned, right? Saw a lot of names on that list. So, as Bills fans, you're worried. You saw Cole Beasley, John Brown, things like that. John Patrick coming in. Edmonds will play. We'll see. Milano should be good. Worried about Edmonds comes top Frager. So obviously different people have different opinions. I'm going to give you what I have, doing well, waiting for Sunday. I hope you can join me on Sunday as well. Again, doing a live play-by-play and reaction. So let's go through the injury report. Normally these videos, I try to keep them short and sweet. But again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk as we do talk injury report. I'm more scared of Milano than Edmonds. We have Dotson. We have Dotson here. Anyway, let's start with the Rams, okay? The Rams have a couple of injuries going on right now, so they're a little banged up, and they're banged up at one position in particular as well. The Bills have issues at linebacker. The LA Rams have issues at running back. Both Malcolm Brown and Cam Akers went out last week in their game against the Eagles. You had Cam Akers injure his ribs, so we're not sure if he'll be back. He did not participate in practice on Wednesday and was limited in practice throughout the week. Malcolm Brown, same thing, except for he had a finger injury, so he did not participate in practice on Wednesday, was limited both Thursday and Friday. So they are both questionable going into this game, and that really hurts the LA Rams running back depth as a whole, right? You talk about the three-headed monster that they have in LA. Well, if you take away two of those weapons, obviously it puts a bigger load on their starting running back. Also, defensive back Darius Williams has an ankle injury, so he's questionable going into Sunday's game. Did not practice on Wednesday either. And Joe Noteboom, offensive lineman, he is now going to be placed on IR with a calf injury, so he will not participate in Sunday's game. Our lack of depth at tight end is going to show on Sunday with Knox out. I must admit, I took Edmonds for granted, says John Patrick. So let's get to the Buffalo Bills injuries. Not gonna lie, I'm not sad. Too sad Moss is out. Maybe a wake-upper for our staff. Well, I mean, I'm always sad to see injuries. I never like to see injuries, but yeah, obviously, as Buffalo News says, we're going to use Singletary more. We have faith in Singletary. We have faith in TJ Yeldon. That's why you bring in a veteran guy. So we still have a decent 1-2 punch back there. So let's talk about the guys that are going to be injured for the Buffalo Bills. We're going to start with the linebacker position. Obviously, you have Tremaine Edmonds. He is going to be questionable. Matt Milano also is going to be questionable for this game. Del'Shawn Phillips is actually going to be out. I have a feeling Lee Smith will be active. Yeah, I think so too, especially since, again, we're going to have more tight end sets going up against Aaron Donald, which we talked about on Thursday. Glad could be a lot worse. Singletary gets his touches. Absolutely, we still have a good running back system there. So Tremaine Edmonds is questionable. He was participating in practice this week, but he was in a red jersey every single day. Matt Milano is questionable. He was full at practice on Friday, so he did not have the red jersey on. So you think he would be good to go? Lee Smith just committed a penalty at his house, actually, so about Buffalo Mafia News. But Del'Shawn Phillips, he did not participate in practice at all this week, and he is still out with that quad injury. Wonder if you're going to see him wind up on IR as the time time goes on. Dawson Knox, tight end, he is out with a concussion, could not pass concussion protocol during the week. Yes, Milano should be playing again, full at practice on Friday. I expect Milano to play, even though he's listed as questionable. Tremaine Edmunds is the true question here. Not sure if he is going to play or not. Dawson Knox out with a concussion. If we can get at least one back out of the two, I'll be happy. Scott Blakely, are you watching the games? He hangs out with me, man. He hangs out with me during the Sunday night live streams. And then running back Zach Moss is out as well with a shoulder injury. So we know that he will be out. Another guy who is questionable is Jake Fromm. He's always questionable. He is not going to be on the active list come Sunday unless something happens to one of our other quarterbacks. You will see Jake Fromm continue to be questionable, not injury related. Just want to make sure that he is not at every single practice in case something happens with COVID. We have a quarterback in the wings waiting to go. So those are the injuries for the Buffalo Bills. Again, not as big as everyone used to think. On Wednesday, when the first injury report came out, you saw Cole Beasley, you saw John Brown, you saw a bunch of Ed Oliver was on there. It got Bills Mafia a little concerned, but I'm here to tell you guys, everyone seems fine on that front. Everyone else was a full participant in practice other than Tremaine Edmunds, Matt Milano, Dalshawn Phillips, Dawson Knox, Zach Moss, and Jake Fromm. So everyone else was a full participant on Friday, should be good to go, but those are the injuries for the Buffalo Bills and the LA Rams. Again, going through the Rams one more time, you got Cam Akers, questionable with a rib injury, Malcolm Brown, questionable with a finger injury. You got Joe Noteboom on IR. He will not be playing this Sunday. And Darius Williams, defensive back, he's going to be questionable this Sunday as well for the Buffalo Bills. Tremaine Edmunds, Matt Milano, those are the big two, right? Those are the big two. That's what everyone's talking about. That's what everyone's concerned about. They're both questionable. Tremaine Edmunds was in a red jersey. Amy says Trey gets a pick on Sunday. I'll be happy with 2 picks. But Tremaine Edmunds is questionable, was in a red jersey all this week in practice. Matt Milano, full participant in practice on Friday, should be good to go come Sunday. And then Dalshawn Phillips completely out. Dawson Knox out with a concussion. Zach Moss out with a shoulder injury. So we're going to see what happens this Sunday, guys. Again, make sure you join me. That's the injury report. That's all the news we have for you today on Believers Talk for the injuries. A little bit of a sigh of relief. We might get at least one of our linebackers back. Matt Milano, that depth really was hurt last week. So just getting one of those guys back, even if we don't get both of them back, it's a step in the right direction. Now, we do worry about Matt Milano's hamstring. It's been an injury concern in the past. Hopefully it doesn't linger, but we will see what happens. But again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.